Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1984 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the White Sox today is Rich Barnes, whose record is 11-6 with a .467 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Jeff Robinson, whose record is 4-4 with a .354 ERA. Okay, well, we are 3-7 in our last 10 ball games, and we are losing in the worst imaginable ways in games in which we really have never had a shot to win. We've had the lead, of course, but if you consider like what we've been going through here with these late inning comebacks by our opponents, I mean, there's nothing we could have done. We had our best players in there, our best pitchers, and yet it was inevitable that our computer AI found a way for us to take a loss. And so all we can do is go on to the next game. It's frustrating. I'm kind of at my wit's end with this game, but having said that, I feel like I get the impression, because our Boston keeps losing as well. I get the impression that it's going to come down to the last game of the year. That's what happened in the 1982 season that we played, and that's what's probably going to happen here. We're going to lose just the right amount of games, and Boston's going to win just the right amount of games to have a one-game playoff, or at the very least have it come down to the last game of the year. So, you know what? Whatever. We may as well just play it out. And I don't know. It's difficult for me not to get worked up over it, because it's a lot of time and effort, and you guys have put in, you pay your dues watching these games, and I love that about that. Thank you so much. But there's also the aspect where it's like, wow, what a complete waste of time if the game has already predetermined the outcome. But. It's just a matter of, playing it out, see what happens. So we have Jeff Robinson on the mound today. He is someone who does not give us any hope. We've got all of our bullpen available except for Tom Hankey, who got blowed up. I mean, if you look at our ERAs individually, I mean, it looks pretty solid. But, that's the problem, is we've reached the point of the year where most of our bullpen arms are well below whatever their average ERA is. And so the game is punishing us, punishing our bullpen to get our ERAs back to where the game feels like they should be. Rich Barnes is on the mound. He is a left-handed arm, and we have our lineup in there versus lefties. We're going to give some guys a day off, because why not? I mean, who cares? Willie Wilson is going to have the day off. So is Terry Kennedy, Ken Smith, of course. We got two of our three best RBI guys are on the bench. But what can we do? Does it really matter? I don't know. Let's go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Chicago White Sox. Batting leadoff, playing left field, is Ty Gainey. Batting second at second base is Johnny Ray. Batting third at shortstop is Dale Sveum. Batting cleanup and catching is Joel Skinner. Batting fifth at first base is Sap Randall. Batting sixth and DHing is Rod Allen. Batting seventh at third base is Tim Hewlett. Batting eighth in right field is Chris Bourjos. And batting ninth is Tony Scott, the center fielder. Here's J-Rob, making his 17th start of the year, 4-4 with a .354 ERA. A good walk-to-strikeout ratio. I do like that. 63 strikeouts in 94 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .221 against him. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 50.1%. He's got a really good splitter and an okay fastball. Overall rated an 86. The 22-year-old righty is arbitration eligible after the 87 season. Like all of our starters, just not getting any decisions anymore. He had a terrible start versus the Twins, and then he pitched really well against Kansas City, going 7 1/3, giving up 1 run. Could not get a decision. Okay. Let's take a look at our defense. It's solid. We got Marty Party behind the plate. Bass is in center field for Wilson. That is a bit of a downgrade. And everybody else is right where they should be. Okay. Here we go, folks. Ty Gainey leading off versus Jeff Robinson. Gainey, a high fly ball into center field. Play made by Bass, 1 down. Next man up is Johnny Ray. Johnny Ray, line drive to short, and TRAMMELL, who made that costly error in the 9th inning. As soon as he made that error with the first batter, the game was over. I mean, it was over before the first pitch. But the end is nigh. Ground ball at the middle from SVEUM, and that will do it. Okay, let's take a look at the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting second at second base is Doug Baker. That's incorrect. Batting second at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in left field is Kirk GIBSON. Batting cleanup, playing third base is George Brett. Batting fifth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting sixth and DHing is Jeff Stone. Batting seventh at first base is Rusty Tillman. Batting eighth in center field is Kevin Bass. And batting ninth and catching is Marty Castillo. Rich Barnes on the mound, making his 28th start for the White Sox. He's 11-6 with a 4.67 ERA, 106 strikeouts and 183 innings pitched. Opponents are betting 288 against him. He does have 2 complete games. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 46.1%. He's got a really great changeup, rated at 95. It's really the only good pitch he has. And yet that pitch is good enough to give him an 89 rating. I don't get it. 25-year-old left-hander is arbitration eligible in 1986. Here's his log. On the 27th, he pitched against the Tigers. Went 5 1/3, giving up 7 runs. It was a no decision. And then versus Boston, he got a win. He went through a complete game, giving up 3 runs on 7 hits. So thank you, Rich Barnes, for keeping Boston off our tail that game. Let's take a look at their defense. Pretty solid everywhere. Only shortstop with SVEUM is not so good. And, of course, behind the plate is Joel Skinner with that 82 arm. Oh, in center field, we have Tony Scott today. A decent defensive center fielder. Okay, Alan Trammell will lead off versus Rich Barnes. Here we go. 0-2 count. Fly ball to Tony Scott. 1 out. Next up is Sweet Lou. Line drive to second. 2 quick outs. Why would we do well? No reason to think that we would. It's only Rich Barnes after all. Top of the second, Joel Skinner leading off. Ground ball to first. Tillman making the play. Tillman had a costly error in yesterday's game as well. And then Robinson walks Sap Randall. Awesome. Great job. Here's Rod Allen with Scott in the lineup. They've moved him up to the number 6 spot because that makes a lot of sense, actually. And a 2-run home run will give the White Sox the lead. Here's Timmy Hewlett. A walk. BOURJOS with a ground ball back to Robinson and a double play. 2-run home run for Randall. That was his 30th. Or was that Allen? I'm sorry. It was Allen, his 26th. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Here's George Brett leading off. I mean, there's nothing we can do. We're just pushing buttons. Jeff Stone getting another at bat, another start at DH, batting .091. Leading off the third. Fly ball to shallow center. Infield single from Ty Gainey. Johnny Ray. Ground ball to second. We get the force at second. And SVEUM strikes out. First K for Robinson. Bottom of the third. Tigers are still hitless as we're going through the bottom third of the lineup. And big hit Bass gets the Tigers' first hit. 297. That's pretty damn good. Marty Castillo, base hit to left. I've said it 100 times. Everybody in the first 5 guys are everyday guys. They're done. They're not going to get any more important stats this year. It's all schlubs. If we had 9 schlubs in there, we would probably win the ball game fairly easily. We're not going to send Bass to third. And I never know, is that the right thing or the wrong thing to do? Because if we were supposed to do it and we didn't, then we're not going to, there's no chance, right? Yeah. So a blooper into right center field from Trammell. That finds a hole. So perhaps we did do the right thing. We sent Castillo to third. It said 90%, but there's no way to know. How many times this year have we been thrown out with 90%? A lot. As Whitaker hits a ground ball. That ties up the ball game. We had to hit and run on. And then Gibby. It's a deep fly ball to center. So the Tigers score a couple back. It's tied at 2. We go to the top of the fourth. Joe Skinner leading off. Second K for Robinson. He walks Randall the first time. He walks him again. The old strikeout walk combo. And that's going to be a gapper. That'll get Randall in from first. Oh, Randall's going to hold it second, actually. It did not get past Bass. Line drive for HULETT to right. And BOURJOS. Fly ball to center. Tigers get out of it, I think. Yep. We go to the bottom of the fourth. We're all tied at 2. George Brett leading off. Fly ball in the center field. None of the main guys have done anything today. I mean, Whitaker does have the RBI, but all he did was put the ball in play. It's a long fly ball down the line. Foul ball, but it will be caught. I don't know why I gave Stone the start with lefty on lefty. He hadn't hit versus righties. And we know how ridiculous it is. This game has all the reverse splits. So I was like, well, if we put him in there and he fails, then that's what is to be expected. But if he does something good, then maybe, you could be happy about that. And surprised. Robinson gets Scott to fly out to right. Gainey goes to left. And Johnny Ray with 2 down gets a base hit. So here comes the 2-out rally in the 5th. This is usually where it falls apart, as you see happening right before your eyes. Ground ball to third. Brett, error? No, he does get him out. Well, Robinson gave us 5 innings. He needed 6 today to get to 100 innings pitched. Certainly a lot more innings than I would have ever anticipated him getting this year. But the loss of Bert Blyleven early on necessitated Robinson, his call up to the majors. We'll hit and run. I just happened to notice after I already did it that Bass's contact rate's below 80 now. And yet, he comes through. Again, only the bottom guys come through. Right? We're going to go on contact. Maybe get the lead here? Nope. Oh! Castillo pulls it into left field. Let's look at the in-game stats. It's a little early for us to do that. But, again, I'm not making this up. We know how this game works. These guys will not produce today. Maybe Stone might. Although it's lefty on lefty, so I don't know. But this is how it goes, you know. We're going to sack bunt with Trammell. Something he does really well, but there's no point usually because he's valuable in other ways. There's a ground ball toward first. And the sack bunt does work. Playing a little small ball here as we go on contact again. This worked for Whitaker last time. He did get an RBI just by putting the ball in play. And he pops it up here. So the game has already given us all the runs we were going to get today. Oh, it's dropped! Oh, it has to be an unearned. There you go. I definitely spoke too soon. Unearned runs will be the only way we'll score the rest of the game today. All right, let's hit and run again. Let's just keep pushing these buttons. It does seem to be working. There's a ground ball to second. That should get another run in. Good job by Gibby. And Brett. I'm surprised he didn't strike out after all the runs scored. So, yeah. I mean, again, still no hits among our best players. We go to the 6th inning. Robinson's walked him twice today. He's walked 4 batters. I mean, I think we've seen enough, right? I mean, I don't trust anybody in this bullpen. We'll bring in Jeff Montgomery. We do have a 3-run lead. And Randall's a switch hitter, so he is a tough out no matter what. That's down the left field line. It will be caught by Gibson in the corner. There's 1 out. And then Montgomery strikes out Allen. 2 down for Timmy Hewlett. And a ground ball to Trammell. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Barnes still in the game. He's got 72 pitches so far. Glenn Wilson pops up. Best thing could happen is to get through our everyday players and get to these schlubs. Here's schlub number 1. Now, Jeff Stone's 0 for 2 today. He is. I have a feeling he's going to get a hit right now. He might even get a home run. Well, we'll take a walk. So he does get on base. He's got amazing speed. I bet he's been thrown out as many times he's stole it. No, he's 1 for 1. Let's hit and run. It's our safety zone today. And a base hit to left field. The hit and run is working. Although the fastest guy on the team can't get to third somehow. So we got 2 very fast base runners. What's stealing third? 75%. We'll let Bass swing away. I mean, look, it's again, why wouldn't we do that? Why wouldn't we just let him swing away? 1-2 count. Oh, he strikes out. Well, now we'll definitely double steal. We got Stone and Tillman. One of them's going to get caught. Who will it be? Low and inside. Oh, everybody's safe. Now, the trailing base runner gets a stolen base. Am I wrong? We can look at the log. Yes, he does get a stolen base. All right. Can Castillo come through? He's 2 for 2 today. Full count. And they walk him. Oh, it's a strikeout. Oh, all right. Well, it's never going to happen. Montgomery. Let's see here. Let's bring in Frankie LaCourte. We're giving the Schlubs high leverage innings. Do we trust anybody? I mean, Dave Smith is... Who would you have the closer be today? Right? I mean, we got to go with Dave Smith in the primetime situation. Chris Burgess leading off with a fly ball to the left. I can tell you right now, the scoring is not done for the White Sox. Tony Scott flying out to center. With all the pop on this team, LaCourte coming out. We're bringing in Sherman Corbett. Fourth appearance. I made a lot of drug references in yesterday's game. I watch a lot of Cops. Yeah, I mean, why bring in a left-hander? Right? The game doesn't care. There's a line drive to right. And Wilson will make the catch. All right. Here's Trammell. Trammell, hot shot past third. He's got 2 hits today. He's defying my logic, although I guess you could say 7, 8, 9, and 1 are producing all the hits today. We'll hit and run with Sweet Lou. A comebacker to Barnes. Trammell will advance. Gibby at the plate. Barnes at 98 pitches. 102 as Gibson grounds out to first. And Brett, that's a guarantee out. Okay. We go to the top of the 8th inning, a 3-run lead, which is like basically being tied. God bless America. Let's see here. What does Dale SVEUM do? He's batting .254 versus lefties. So a lefty is a better... So we're going to leave Corbett in there. I say Corbett like some people say Robert. All right, Corbett did his job. All right, we're going to bring in... I mean, it's got to be Gump. He's done good this year. I mean, this is his first real full season. And although he's given up runs in 4 consecutive games, in 2 of them there were unearned runs. And, you know, unearned runs obviously do not contribute to your ERA, but the threat is real that he's got to get that 174 ERA up. So I would imagine we're going to see a solo shot here from either Randall or Allen. Well, strikes out Randall. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Salome Baroja coming into the ball game. 5 and 8. That's a lot of decisions in relief. A bad ERA. Opponents are betting 300 against him. He's got 5 blueies. Glenn Wilson leading off. Wilson 0 for 3. 0 for 4. Okay, so Jeff Stone here finally gets a shot at a right-handed bat. It's not like he's doing particularly well against them either. We got rid of Jim Dwyer to give Jeff Stone these at-bats, but Jim Dwyer at least got on base. 2 outs for Rusty Trombone. And a base hit past the second baseman. Tillman 3 for 4 today with a stolen base. Here's big hit Bass. Oh, he gets struck out. Okay, first of all, let's take a look at some defensive adjustments here. Baker coming in at third. Barry Larkin at first. Eddie Milner coming in center field. All major upgrades. Gumpy coming out. And I know Julio L is just like rolling his eyes right now. But it's your boy. It's your beautiful baby boy, Dave Smith. He's bad. Actually, he's okay. Like, he's not even bad. But, the game will automatically say, it's your turn to get screwed. Let's see if it's his turn today. Rod Allen, ground ball to Larkin at first. 1 out. Next up is Tim Hewlett. Did Corbett pitch to Hewlett? 2 quick outs and Chris BOURJOS. Game over. Tigers win 5-2. A win we needed desperately. Handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. Did Boston win? I'm guessing they probably did. Of course. That's the way it's going to be the rest of the way. Any new teams eliminated? Not that we can see. National League. Chicago has won. The Cubs have won 9 in a row. Well, they have Roger Clemens, right? Let's look at that roster. Yeah, Clemens finally coming into his own. He's been in the majors since 1980. And you can see, if you're a 21-year-old in the majors, you're probably not going to be great yet. He walks a lot at this point. He walks 1 every other inning at least. But he's getting the job done. They got Mike Flanagan. They got some guy named Steve Engel. We got Kirk. Lee Smith. Look at all they got 3 closers in their bullpen. Lee Smith, Bill Caudell, and Guillermo. So that's, it might be too little too late, right? 7.5 back. But at least they're making it interesting. Okay, headline news. Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. Nothing to be bothered with. Transaction. Oh, wow. Kirk Gibson had a 20-game hitting streak. It came to an end that game. Whoa, look at that log. Oh, my gosh. Look at all those multi-hit games in there. Wow, if I had been more attentive, I would not have started him versus a left-hander, although he did bat versus a lefty yesterday. And I think his lefty-right splits is better left-handed. No, it's not. It's pretty damn close. Well, shit. I can't remember any other Tiger in our sim get a 20-game hit streak. So good job by Gibby. That makes me feel a little bit better today. Rich Thompson is going to miss the rest of the season as a rookie. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. We do have the 1981 Detroit Lions alternate history coming up this Sunday. I may or may not play a baseball game that day because of that. That's a lot of recording. We will give a player of the game today. That player of the game will go. We had no extra base hits. I guess it's going to be Rusty Tillman, 3 for 4. He also had a stolen base. Good job by him. Jeff Robinson played just good enough to get the win. He walked twice as many as he struck out. This game is stupid. The bullpen did their job, including Dave Smith, who got his 19th save. Rich Barnes takes a loss. He's 11-7. Rod Allen hit his 26th home run. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow with Game 3 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.